Could you, nah, that ain't gonna help that, bro. They right there. There's about 8 kids up there.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Can you talk into your scoop?
Yeah, I got you. Who, me? Right now? Yeah, so, yeah.
Come on, dog. You gotta know what you're saying, man.
Oh, well.
We gonna say that all night. Come on, man.
Boosie a trip, though, man. Boosie a trip.
You got kids running around, kids running around.
Come on,
Looking like a fool with your kids running around. I will not eat my hair grows. That shit will.
There. Keep in the mic, Coop.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Keep it going, baby. 1,
Yeah, just
2,
keep talking
3.
for me.
Come on, man. Now, the thing is, now, see, the thing about Boosie that contradicts himself is the whole, like, he hired a stripper or whatever to
Get his son dicks up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, your argument is
Yeah, he been said that a while ago. Yeah, he
argument
paid to
is
get his
toast.
son dicks up.
Oh, a little more, Coop.
Your argument is toast, bro. So, yeah, like, you gotta, it's cool that you have a platform to talk about certain things, but
Yeah, but you
can't be the ambassador of everything.
Yeah, not at all.
Especially when you're trying to be the ambassador of a whole people, of a whole community.
Right.
You gotta make sure you're the right one. And Boosie,
That's-
I mean, we're talking about convicted felon slash, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
can't say that because in the same instance,
hey, that was
Malcolm X was, you know what I'm saying, convicted everything. You know, his stories, he was saying that he was gay for pay. You feel me? So,
Bo, can you get you?
Come on, man.
so with that, you know,
Need more?
we have to have or be allowed room to grow. You feel me? As a person.
Yeah, I don't
But-
want to condemn him. Like if his conviction was relevant to the situation.
Exactly.
So that's
I got you.
and that's what I'm saying as far as being specific, being consistent. Because my argument just now it didn't make sense. So.
No, I can dig though. You know, as far as that goes, you know, but with him, I can see if you've
Man, how
made.
you gonna be talking? You gotta talk how you gonna be talking. So
Come on, man.
I
And
can
then
see.
we're gonna go up there and say something to them kids though.
Man, I don't want
You
to
gonna do it, Bo?
That's Kyle, man.
That's probably Kyle's little nieces and nephews up there. Running around tripping.
Alright.
We almost at
Let me get you
likes on the fan page.
Okay, that's what's up.
Very close.
Get the song going and we good.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Okay.
If you find a 20 in there, I'm pussy.
Hey, that fucked me up.
Oh, we live and I'm talking like this?
No.
Come on, dog. You gotta. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
We was live on Facebook this whole time, and we sitting here talking and joking. We talking about
Everything.
the whole D-Wade situation, which we.
Hey, you said put it on airplane mode.
Huh?
Do I put it on airplane mode?
Ooh, that will end
That
all
shit
your
No,
bad.
end it all.
Yeah, nah, it's all
Do not disturb.
No,
Put it on Don't Disturb, yeah.
That's the little moon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so don't nobody be calling you. and
What's that,
texting
an
you.
iPhone or some shit?
Yep.
Yeah, you niggas. Android, man. Android.
I don't understand.
Oh, inaccessible ass phone, bruh. Y'all got some inaccessible phones unless you jailbreak them. I like to do free shit. I gotta go through iTunes, the Apple Store, the App Store, and all that shit, man. And then y'all, oh my bad. And then even the Catalina update, they was some bullshit. I was working for the Apple Store for a minute, not the Apple Store, the tech support over the phone and shit. Yeah, man, there was more people who having problems with that shit than anything. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Alright.
See, now the situation I get into is once we go live, I can't access the page like a person and share it.
Yeah. What it do, man? It's your boy, Bo Dean.
I go in the building,
And you now.
you know, do it again.
Yeah. What
sorry.
it do? It's your boy, Bo Dean.
I cool in the building.
And you are now tuned in to St. Louis versus
Everybody.
Everybody on Loco Radio STL.
Everybody.
We got a special guest in the building tonight.
All our guests are special, but yeah, this is a special brother right here.
He's extra special. He writes books for the kids, man.
Yeah, they don't give him no more special than that. Gotta love the kids. And that homeboy Pancho Rucker is in the building.
What is going on, family?
Glad to have you, bro.
Thank you for having me out. All what you said.
This will be our first guest who, I mean, you do music.
Yeah.
And we can talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think our guests are used to, us having like artists in, but we do want to expand on what St. Louis versus everybody means. Like we're
Right.
talking about St. Louis and
Right,
everything
right,
that St.
right.
Louis has to offer.
Exactly.
Now, what better guest to have than the Renaissance man himself? Bro? What can't you do? Let's start with that. What can't you do?
I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I'm just basically trying anything and everything and making sure that it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything that I fucking want to, like right now.
Yeah.
And it's been working well for me.
That's a good answer, bro. That's the best answer.
You like a jack of all trades, bro. Like you do music, you write books, you also shoot videos.
Yeah,
you
you got a video from me myself.
Make CD printouts when me and Doug did
Yeah.
We got ours done from you. Came out real good. Man, just do it all.
Like actually, like all of the stuff, the reason why I got into the whole jack of all trades type of thing was really because I was too broke to pay for the shit.
There it is.
Like even with like the graphic design and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. So back in the day, like when we was talking about before we came on, like it was a different time. And then like when Photoshop, like you couldn't just go pirate Photoshop.
Yeah,
or a lot of people wasn't working with Photoshop and you had to go to school for it.
Yeah.
Or you knew somebody that had it or whatever.
Yeah.
But they was charging like $200-$300 a flyer.
Yeah.
I said, fuck that. And I wasn't doing it. Can we cuss? I'm doing all this cussing and whatnot.
Nah, man, it's for the kids.
That's for the kids.
No, I'm just playing.
So, no, but I was like, fuck all that. I'm not finna pay you all of that money. Let me go get some of this money. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it worked. It went from that to turning into designing T-shirts for people and the Shogun Media duplication and even Double B Studios. What I have right now, as far as dealing with the illustrations and the cartoon that we got, and we working on a couple other things. That's how
Cartoon, like fully animated.
Fully animated cartoon.
That's what's up.
A couple things I'm gonna do is I'm working on a children's cartoon that's based off of like the BB books. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be in the tuck. I'm waiting to even put that out right now. But I have the mature cartoon that's more along the lines of South Park and our family
Something
and all of
you
that. Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. That's called Sticks. So that's just some outlandish. You can see four episodes right now on YouTube. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, dope.
What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/Pancho Rucker 314.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get it there. You can watch it.
And Sticks, STIX.
STIX, yep.
Okay.
Apostrophe. Not apostrophe, exclamation point. I'm all over the place. I gotta be on point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you ain't got to really get I'll get you. Bo probably ain't even gonna realize it.
No, he gonna pull out his red marker. Yeah, nah.
Mr. Dean.
Like that's just like when I sent him the opinion piece at first, right? I was like, check this out. I don't want to make sure I'm making sure I ain't messing up with no grammatical errors. He sent me a screenshot with a red circle. Like you might want to change that right there.
Oh, really? Oh, man, Bo got you like that.
I was like, shit, I ain't bet.
It wasn't too many. It was like 2.
Yeah, it was like 2.
Yes, man.
Shout out to grandma.
What would you have graded him about on the paper?
Oh, I would have gave him an A. 98.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
98.
Shout out. Grammatical errors.
I mean,
With a sticker.
With a sticker?
Damn, a star sticker. Golden star.
Yeah.
well, I always been wanting to ask, like, so I know like your brain is Shogun.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a big fan of into the
Yeah,
Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee.
You already know. That's where that's one of my favorite movies of all time, The Last Dragon. So Show Enough the Shogun was my favorite person. Like I was like, man, you gonna let that little skinny ass dude beat your ass like that, man? You got the big hair and the mustache, you know what I'm saying? But
who's the master?
yeah, he was asking people. I was like, oh, this guy here is the shit, and yeah, that's where Shogun came from.
I get that comparison here and there.
What, showing up?
Yeah. Get that here and there. I can see Bo getting it too. Today, for those of y'all just listening on the air and you're not tuned into the Facebook Live video, Bo came in with the blowout.
Yeah, I had to blow it out, man.
He was ready.
Blow out the frog. You got a video shoot or something coming up?
I was supposed to do something today,
Mhm.
my homeboy, but it, you know what I'm saying, cut in with the radio show, so I couldn't make it. But
Gotcha.
shout out to Brate, he won an award, a St. Louis Young American Award.
Yeah.
to
Oh, that's
today.
dope.
So
That's
shout out
dope.
to him. You know
Salute.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of videos, you still shooting?
Yeah, man, I'm shooting. Right now, I'm actually writing the script for a film that I am going to do, which I have a situation with Amazon Prime. So
Nice.
I'm going to have that. I'm just taking my time with it right now to make sure that it is doing right.
Yeah.
But the tentative name of it is going to be called Grown as Fuck. Basically, it's going to be talking about what it's like, the differences between your 20s and your 30s.
Big
Oh,
difference.
dope.
Yeah.
Very big difference.
Relatable content right there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, you know, romance comedy and stuff, you know. So
Ah.
yeah. So I'm working on that. And
You got your
getting it all
stars?
done. No. You know what? I'm going to work on that after I get like the script wrote down and everything. But because of that stick situation, is the reason why I was able to utilize that and get the Amazon Prime situation to sit on that and be cool. And
Yeah.
be able to move that into a fashion into something better come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
That Grown as Fuck is gonna be very relatable.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be a dope movie.
Yeah, shit changed, boy.
Boy.
As you write, are you writing with people in mind? Or are you just writing it and then once you get done building the character, then you'll feel
Yeah, it's more so I wanted to be more on the thing of you relate around the character. Like it's more so a relatable thing versus this reminds me exactly of this person. No, I
Gotcha.
want it to be like kind of the every man or every woman.
like a Zodiac thing.
Yeah,
where you're kind of
yeah.
vague enough to where the whole world can feel it.
Yeah, everybody can get to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very distinctive of the audience of who we talking to. However, everybody can pull something from the particular characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's what's up. What's your target for that?
We are looking at towards the end of the year when we get done with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as filming and
ready,
everything,
okay.
ready and everything by the end of the year. However, you know how stuff go when that comes. But when I put my foot down and say this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So you were also had a new addition to the family about a year or two ago, right?
Man, she just turned 3. Time be flying, man.
Yeah, dog.
Time be flying, man. Listen. When I say she's like my boss and just tells me everything, like I don't know what else to do, man. I don't even do nothing. I just listen. I sit at the crib and just create stuff because I can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that being in that situation? Is that what led you to creating the children's books? Because you like,
Oh, yeah,
if this is all I'm allowed to do, then let me do something.
Well, no. What it was I decided a while ago. I thought about doing a lot of this stuff years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have the balls to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always worried about. Can I, is the drawings gonna be good enough, or how can I even get a book out there, or how can I do this, how can I do that? And when she was born, they kind of kicked it a little bit into high gear, a little bit. But what made everything be like, all right, stop bullshitting, was I had a stroke. 2018, April 2018.
Yeah.
So when I had that stroke, and then I drove myself to the hospital and shit. Wow. So yeah, everything was, you know what I'm saying, in that. And I'm sitting in this bed and I'm like, talking to God, like, yo, you gave me another chance. Like I could be paralyzed all the way down my left side and all that. You allowed me to drive her, and I'm not gonna take any of these situations for granted.
Yeah.
So I just started working like a chicken with his head cut off, and I was like, okay. It came kind of from a morbid place too, because it was like, okay, if I die, I need to have something to leave for my daughter, because I know people are gonna be, internet sad for a second. Oh my God, he was a little this. You get what I'm saying? So if that's the case, buy this book or buy these books. Support my daughter and give her a cooler head start.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it wound up working in the sense of I'm getting to see it manifest into something totally different.
Yeah.
And you know, it's teaching her. You know, like so it's pretty cool and nice.
Yeah. Let's jump back.
Mhm.
Let's tell the audience where you from.
I'm from North St. Louis.
City guy.
Yeah, North St. Louis City. I'm sorry, I have to put that.
You gotta differentiate.
Yeah, well nowadays North County is crazy.
It's
too.
right there, dog.
But no, North City. I'm from Marcus and Farland, so I stayed in between. Man, I don't want to get too. So I stayed in between two sets. You know what I'm saying? So it was either Kasuth and Cora. So if everybody know that, everybody know that, or Shreve and Lee. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool with both sides.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they kind of made me the chameleon that I am, to where I can fit between a lot of different stuff. Plus, my mama kept me either in sports or church. So yeah.
The reason I
did you play?
Oh, football. You know what? I was supposed to be D1. But I tore my ligaments and tendons in both knees. Like, everything was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't no, it was at the time where it wasn't no surgeries. There's no Adrian Petersons that was going to save you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so,
Exact same shit. They was talking about doing some stem cell
right,
shit.
and
Experimental shit. And I was like,
I
you should probably figure that out.
right. I was like, Christopher Reeve, dog. I know.
Grafting from other parts of the body. And so I'm like,
nah, man.
y'all figure that out and
Right.
come back to it.
Right.
The reason why I asked you where you from, for the audience who's not familiar with you, did you, being in that environment,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really hear too many guys talking about writing children's books and writing movies.
Yeah.
And having publications in the newspapers and stuff like that. So were those things that crossed your mind while you were there, or are these things like once you hit adulthood and got out and got to see the world and stuff?
This has been there. I've been like, let's see, since first grade, I've been in visual and performing arts schools.
Mhm.
So when
Like within the city? Or did you
yeah,
have to travel
I was
to those
in
places like that?
so I was the city's version of the DSEG program, basically. So I went to the magnet schools. You get what I'm saying? So with me being in the magnet school, and it was visual and performing arts my entire life, I've been exposed to way more things. Even in fourth grade, I created a melody for the St. Louis Symphony. Like this is documented things. You feel me? And so with that, while I was, somewhat dabbling in stuff that I wasn't supposed to be playing with, but most of the time I was engulfed in this. Like when my homeboys, talking about doing this and doing that, flipping this or whatever, I'm talking to them about, man, I'm about to sample Bach, or I'm about to, I'm listening
like,
to
who is
this,
that?
or
You talking about
you know
Bach?
what I'm saying? Right. So with that, that gave me a kind of a break and an escape to try different things, or be the weird homeboy from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I was always the weird homeboy, and that was fine. And then as I got older, I learned I wasn't comfortable with being the weird homeboy at first. You get what I'm saying? And then I started, as I got older, embraced it more. And the more I embraced that, the better things got for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And now, it's just, this is where it's at. You feel me?
You make beats too?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
You got to, though. If you a city cat, you either rap or you make beats.
So with me, I'm a published photographer, award-nominated artist.
Like music artist.
Yeah, music artist. Producer, and I've produced all from, even in this city, from Jonesy and Tef all the way to City Spud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, best-selling author, a whole bunch of stuff. I do it, man. It's like I just quietly do it while everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people be out here parking and doing all of that shit. I just continue to do. Ain't no purpose of doing all that talking.
Yeah, let that body of work speak for you.
Exactly.
In the comments that I'm just getting to, Riley mentioned, and I was gonna say something to you too. He said if you need a voice to help bring these creations to life, I'm assuming he meant either sticks or
I'm looking for stuff right now.
Yeah.
Well, not right now. Pretty soon, I am going to be reaching out. Like, so everybody, please get ready, especially when it comes to this movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to put talented people in there, but I want to put our talented people in there. You know what I'm saying?
St. Louis versus area.
Right. I come from the soil. You know what I'm saying? And there was a point where what we was talking about before that we weren't able to get in our own city. So we created a whole nother avenue with like the helps of Finster, Rabu, and all of those. You know what I'm saying? And those people that allowed us to have even a whole different culture. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I definitely want to highlight that culture. You feel what I'm saying? Like the acting, the artistry, the music, everything. That all of it.
Styling.
All of it. Because it's we here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We here. A lot of people downplay it. A lot of people don't even give it room to breathe, or even like we say, we from St. Louis, like I know y'all been out of town, and then they be like, oh, like Nelly? No, like not like Nelly. Not like Nelly. And then no disrespect, because you know what I'm saying, 10 million out the gate is something incredible.
Yeah. But there's more to St. Louis.
There's way more to St. Louis, and then they don't even give us just due even on the battle rap scene, to where we are the most lyrical people in the country. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So with that, I definitely want to be
killing New York.
Stop it. I want to be a part of that. You feel me? I want to be a part of that exposure of what we can do and creating that hub again.
Yeah.
Where we once was as far as St. Louis artistry.
Yeah. Let's do this. Did we get the music situated that we got from Pancho? Let's take a quick break. Pay some bills. I hate saying that. Take a break. Let's get into one of these songs. What's the first song we're getting ready to listen to?
I think the first song was The Jig Is Up.
The Jig Is
So
Up.
the story behind it, I don't know if y'all remember, I was the person that showed. You remember homeboy that be slumped over on the loop?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I know him. I know him personally.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that whole episode of you exposing him.
So I told him, like, people don't even know that. So I said, yo, I ain't gonna even put his name out there right now. I was like, yo, you sitting up here getting people, and you are cool.
Yeah.
You got you know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of good stuff going for yourself, and you still out here getting people. Next time, I'm gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you know, Pancho, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. Alright. Next time, God is
Video and everything. Caught him going in the crib.
No, he was
out the crib.
Is that
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. But it's he wasn't coming from the crib. He was talking to a colleague of mine.
Mm.
Yeah, so he was talking to a colleague of mine and leaving and walking like la-da-da. I got my shit.
On my way.
And
Tips.
And I, you know what's funny? I didn't expect it to go through the moon like that.
Yeah,
and
that thing took
Jesus, yeah. So The Jig Is Up is the song, but you know what? With the song, I use this so-called popularity to talk about some serious issues, especially what we was going through at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah.
So check out the song, man, before I get to talk.
The Jig Is Up. Is it on any digital streaming platforms?
You know what's funny? I haven't told people, so I'm gonna say it now. I possibly will be putting out one more.
One more joint or one more project?
One more project.
Okay.
I possibly will be putting out one more, and then I'm finna get all the inboxes in my world.
Yeah.
Like, because
I'll produce for you.
I told people that I told people I wasn't fucking with it no more.
Yeah.
So
I say that all the time though. That just keep people off you.
I might give it one more. So this will be on that.
But now you got to, because now you said it.
Maybe.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
The Jig Is Up.
It ain't legit.
Nah, I can do, man. It's not picking it up on the mic though, so you guys good. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You want me to show you the footage?
I went to say something,
They put it on Facebook. I bullshit you not. You wanna see the footage? You wanna see the footage?
Shout out to Norco.
What's up, my dude?
I come from the city of
Me and my partner say.
Don't care about the gender revolves. They too good to grow to your own. Don't back or back attacking all the foes. Know you cracking, packing all the souls. That's a whack infected, barely known. Like a rat in their eyes with no goals. Influenced by digital tones. Removed from the world by they phone. Upset with the value of life, so they take they escape out the zone. Segregated, devil is the line. But they play the other side is dying. Nucleation studying in design. Infiltrated family goodbye. See, I look in the eyes of my people in the theory. How can we just survive? And the system's trying to kill me. Ain't no way we can hide cause we kill each other plenty and they left me die. So the joke's on us, really, we quick to kill us cause we big and tough. But help out, I hope we can't find you, bruh. I got no respect for some tiny thugs. I'm letting you know where the jig is up.
Hey, you know the jig is up, my dude.
The jig is
You
up.
got that footage.
You know that's Robert Bro.
Regular.
Boy, the jig is up.
I can show it to you. You wanna see it?
The jig is up.
No, this is Norco. This is Norco. This he do got like 10 brothers.
And all look alike.
Man, they look alike. Strong jeans, bro. Strong jeans.
The jig is up, my dude. The jig is up.
The jig is up. From the land of the free, and the home of the slaves. Where you can get more time for killing dogs than a white boy who committed rape. Where you get more time for selling crack than a pedophile who touched your daughter. Where you get crisis and immigrant while blacks line up like they last saw. They call us nuts on the news.
What's the
Just for
chaplain
standing
on
up
my
and
friends
taking
on
no face.
Facebook?
Just for standing up and facing the blues. They gon' mix us up and shoot us down too. It don't matter really how old you be. They gon' shoot us
Got
down
a minute.
the street. I ain't gotta talk about human rights. Torrance Small, he was only 16. But then they
Torrance Small was my cousin. Got killed by the police back in 2000.
Like setting up innocent Pennsylvania. I'm telling you, boy, this is the law.
Nah, 2001 he got killed. Torrance Small, he was 16. No, not today. When was it?
30 seconds.
April. That's April of 2001. He got killed. So that's what me and like.
I can show it to you. You wanna see it?
The jig is up.
You want me to show you the
The jig is
footage?
up.
10 seconds.
The jig is
Put
up.
it on Facebook. I bullshit you not. You wanna see
The jig is up.
the jig is up, my dude?
1.
The jig is up.
The jig is up.
The jig is up.
Yeah, we back. Bodine,
Alright, cool.
Pancho in the building.
Hello.
The jig is up, man.
Is
That's
he?
a record.
He back out there though, ain't he?
No, he. You know what was crazy? I see him in different places or whatever, but it's like I ain't finna kick it there, dog.
Like,
Now, was he one of the ones that be looking like they're like really hurt?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the
Man.
old boy that's on that
Light
was on
skinned dude.
Olive and yeah, with the ponytail.
Man.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. So you
The one
know,
that be hunched over?
yeah, like
I
punch
just
back
read
and
from
all
off,
that. I bet you
bro.
did.
Come on, man.
I bet you did.
I felt
I bet
bad. It
you
was cold
did.
outside and rain. I said, man,
Yeah,
I
I
would
bet
be
you did.
over-exaggerating,
He get
dog.
money. He got a couple cars. You know what I'm saying? So no, I
Hey,
ain't
dude got more money
I ain't
than us.
bullshitting.
That's
I ain't
hey,
bullshitting.
think of how many people do that per
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
Just he make more an hour than all three of us.
all of
combined,
us.
probably.
Yeah, straight up. I believe it. I
Wouldn't it
believe
be
it.
like soon as you get off?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Ponytail.
is turned into a PSA,
Ponytail.
man. Tell them where he at. Tell
I don't know. I don't know
It's
yet.
off Olive, right? The
Yeah.
light skinned dude.
Yeah.
Hunched over
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, like his back broke,
Yeah.
leg broke,
Yeah.
everything broke.
Now, here's the thing, though. He's embellishing the truth.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Because he do got something going on, but it's not to support that. It's to support
Himself.
his habit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that is.
And
Now you said you still see him. Does he feel a type of way, or does he know that you made the song and
Oh, they
saw
know.
the video? and all that?
They know. But they don't even trip off of it because it's.
I mean, he's still getting his money.
Yeah, well,
He ain't too bad.
no. They don't mess with me because of a particular thing that happened over there. Matter of fact, the year anniversary of the Ferguson the riots. something I had to do something because somebody stole something from me over there in front of everybody, and then so they just left me the fuck alone. So they don't even be coming to me about no silly shit like that. So
Gotcha. That city life.
yeah.
Every city thing.
Yeah, but no, that's the jig is up, man. That shit was funny. It was a funny moment.
That dude got me for about $20, man.
I believe it. I ain't
Over
giving
a year,
shit.
because he been over there for a couple years.
Oh, he
I
makes
be giving him like,
bread.
got like 30 bro.
Man,
Here go $1, here go $5, here go like some change.
Yeah, homeboy make bread. But you know, it is what it is, man. God bless him. I hope he get himself.
Next time you see him, bro, you better ask him for 5.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna
Cause
work
I
on
know
and
you got
say,
it.
hey man, the jig is up, dog.
I know he get mad when people do that.
you gotta pull up on him playing it.
Hell yeah.
Like he say, he told a couple people, y'all owe me an apology. What? Alright, God bless you, man.
That's
God
crazy.
bless you. I ain't messing with you.
That's
So,
crazy, man.
so you were talking about Ferguson. Now, you were out there,
Yeah.
Out there with us.
yeah, with us during the actual
Yeah,
Ferguson
man.
Day
move.
one and
Tell us about
20
your
and-
experience about that, bro.
Okay. So, a couple of things. The news is full of shit.
all man.
Fox Cool News.
Facts.
Okay, first, hold on, before I get into my thoughts of this shit. So, my first memory, like my first for real Ferguson memory, I have 2 of them, right? One of them was watching the news with my old lady because we had I wound up leaving to go to the spot because, you know, I stay in Ferguson, you feel me? So, the first one is after, okay, so we wind up, I was standing outside of the police station.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bo and Nick Min was in this radio truck.
Yeah.
And I keep remembering,
The
like,
doorway mobile.
yeah, I'm like, where the fuck they get this radio truck from? So we just sitting up there waiting. We sitting up there waiting and shit, and you know, figuring out what's going
This was
on.
nighttime.
This was nighttime. This was
The 10th.
right after. Yeah, this was right after the vigil.
Yep.
So I'm like, where the fuck they get this damn thing from? And then all of a sudden, the police just start agitating the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, what the fuck wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? So they pushed us all the way down to damn near the QT and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They pushed us all the way down there and shit. I'm like, are y'all wilding? You know what I'm saying? I already know what's finna happen. Then I see the whoever was shooting the fire rockets, the Roman candles and shit into the damn thing.
Trying to blow them up.
Blow
They were
them
little
up.
kids, bro. They were
Small
children, like,
I'm like,
sitting there shaking it, trying to hit the gas pump. thinking
yeah,
it was gonna
I'm
blow up.
like, man, I was like, oh shit, these niggas tripping.
Yeah.
So the quick trip catch on fire, and that's when I wound up leaving. I'm like, okay, I already know what's finna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen too many documentaries in my head that's already playing that way, you feel me? So I wound up getting to my old lady because I had already lied to her and told her that I wasn't going, even though she know that I was an active protester since 2009. So she like, don't take your ass. I'm like, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna be there.
Deaf ears.
I'm real.
Yeah.
So I'm out there every day. But so I get to the crib and I turn on channel 2 because I like watching the Republican side of things because it makes me laugh like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And so the lady sitting up there talking, I don't know if it was Bessie Bruce or one of them, and then it pans over to this guy right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is Haku doing on her?
Yeah, man, I had to. I'm gonna talk about. I try not to talk too much about it because I'm in the process of writing a book about it.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
extreme detail about
Yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah,
that happened
yeah.
from little kids trying to blow up the quick trip to the interview and my contact after that with Melanie.
Right.
But yeah, I actually approached her because she
Yeah, I
was kind
remember
of
you
sitting
saying
there, kind of haphazardly, and I'm like, I got some footage if you want it, and she was like, let me see it. It was hell. It was just very. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't how I pictured things got on the news. I was just like, you want to see my phone? She was like, yeah, let me see it. And then she made a phone call. She was like, we're going to put it on the air if that's cool. And I was like, that's the whole reason.
That's the whole point, right.
Because I saw I saw at that point I was on the North Florissant side. I had left the turmoil.
Okay.
But in the middle of all that, they were interviewing people who, like, those were the type of interviews that get remixed on YouTube.
Exactly.
And that's why I was making it a point to, like,
Exactly.
hey, make sure you talk to, you know, people that can articulate. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got people like Stephen Clare was out there
Right.
with his camera. And I'm like, make sure y'all talking to people. Like, I'm not trying to deter y'all from talking to the people, because those are still the people.
Make sure you talk to some people that got some damn sense.
Because you talking to some, you know, I saw one dude in particular who was, like I said, they would have remixed him so fast. I remember he was bald, no shirt, swole, sweaty as hell. And I'm like, when did it get hot?
Yeah. No, it was actually a lovely day out there.
It was a regular August. Even with all the running and commotion going on, I mean, dude was sweating profusely.
Is that the day when they burned down the quick trip?
That was the day that y'all abandoned me. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about. Yes, he abandoned me. He was my ride. We actually parked the vehicle that we pulled up in. We parked in front of the door of that quick trip.
Oh, word.
So we parked it in the spot in front of the door, because every other spot, I don't even know if that's a spot.
No, we didn't. No, we parked.
Nah, bro, we parked directly in front of the door.
Because I remember that, because when they started shooting, I ran to the car, and the car was like, it was on the same.
Nah, she
strip.
must have moved that dog. We parked in front of the door.
Because I drove my car. Did I drive my car?
No, Paris drove us.
Damn. Shit.
Yeah. And so when they left, I was stuck.
Yeah.
I had to actually get anonymous. I'm talking too much.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. So I'm watching him, and I'm like, what the fuck is Cool doing on TV? And so but it was crazy because how they slid him in. It was just like, yeah. So he I'm watching that, and I'm like, good. He's saying the right shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's saying the right things, and he's letting them know that they were agitating us. It wasn't about, we was just really trying to get our voices heard and really express that this is not cool.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even y'all ain't even saying no names of who did what.
Yep.
If anything,
we didn't know a name at that
right?
point.
We didn't know who Darren Wilson was at the particular time, and then y'all doing so much to show that they had brought out the footage. No, it wasn't the footage yet. They were steady showing just this black kid, just, you know what I'm saying, another nigga
Criminal
dead, basically. Exactly.
Trying to make it seem like he earned it.
Exactly. And so I liked how you did the intro to this is not just a Ferguson problem, this is a St. Louis problem that we are really facing. So that happened, and then that's when the looting started happening. I got my phone going off the hook. Hey, cuz, you want to go down here, man? I'm finna get some of these cameras and all these cuz. I'm like, man, leave them damn cameras alone, man. Stop messing with that shit. And so I'm watching the news. Me and my old lady watching the damn news like it's a sports game. Mm-hmm. So we tripping off of they over there at the Hibbett Sports on West Florissant. And they getting out all of this. So it was, I remember the one chubby dude, the police got the burners on him, like, get down. And he got up and hit with the juke move and ran clean up out that motherfucker. I was like, yo, that is hilarious. So that was the introduction to we ain't in Kansas no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the other memory of mine was, I think it was the day after old girl got shot in the head.
Spook.
Shout out to Spook.
Yeah,
that was
and
like
it
a
was
week later.
It was a blue truck. It was a blue truck. They were saying that somebody shot her from.
Mm-hmm.
So Cool almost got me killed. So
I think I've heard this one.
how Cool almost got me killed. So we get I'm online because I woke up late, I'm there every day. We was there every day. Yeah. So Cool the police talking about, or the news is talking about, they burned down the Domino's. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the Domino's right here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let me get down here to this Domino's. So I pulls up probably a block before the Domino's. Mm-hmm. So like the Domino's right here, and then right up at the next block where that stoplight is.
Yeah.
So before you get to Canfield or that back part of where the old Reds was and all of that. So at that street, so I get out the car. That shit is kind of shut down or whatever because this was the day they was another one of the days, the last days that they was sicking the dogs and shit. So I get out the car. As I get to that corner, a blue truck with 3 guys with shaved heads, and they had one of them had a blue short sleeve like plaid type shirt, and he had lightning strikes on his arm. He gets out the car, and 3 actually they just stopped the car like it was right in the middle of the street. The dudes get out of the truck and start walking towards me. So I'm like, I ain't got no pistol, I ain't got nothing. I'm out here peacefully protesting like a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And as they're coming close to me, and I'm already hip and knowing where you have to do a violent crime in order to get lightning strikes in the Aryan Nation. I know this for a fact. So they see me, I'm out here by myself, you know what I'm saying, on some old we shall overcome shit. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, yo, I may have to, like, if I'm finna die right now, I'm gonna fuck them up. Yeah. They was coming like, it was on some shit, you know what I'm saying?
So they
had the lightning strike, the SS, right? Boom, boom, on their shit.
And that means that they did crimes?
In the Aryan Nation, the insignia, like for neo-Nazis and all of that stuff, to earn your lightning bolts, you have to do a violent race crime. My bad, bro. A violent race crime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already knowing, like, okay, I'm gonna have to fight for my life.
They was on some higher learning.
They was on some other shit. I believe these were the same people that was on some, you know what I'm saying, that shot Spook. You feel me?
Damn.
This is my thought. I can't say if that's true or not. Yeah. But so as I'm walking towards them, because I'm kind of nice distance away from my car, you feel me? The police pulls up. Chesterfield, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because it was precincts from everywhere.
Chesterfield police pulls up in the middle of the street. And they look at the cops, they look at each other, they look at me, I'm looking at them, and I see the cops in my peripheral. And they walk away back to their car and drive off. And I'm talking about their car, the doors was open in the middle of the goddamn street. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, this is the first time actually the police was useful, you feel me? And so that's why I always joke with people. I'm like, nah, how cool I almost got me killed. Like,
I was waiting on that part of the story. How did I almost get you
because killed? if your ass had to be like, yeah, come down here to the
I ain't telling nobody to come.
you was
people were doing the shit that they still do to this day, 5 years later, where they just say whatever. They just say shit. They just say shit. They were saying all kinds of shit, man. They done said I got locked up so many times before I actually did get locked up. They saying Tef locked up. He's standing right next to me. They say the Domino's on fire. I'm standing right here. So all I did was I just took the picture just to say shut the fuck up.
No, what you was also saying on your live, like I encourage more people to come down and show their right. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I'm lazy right now. I need to get my ass down there. Listening to cool ass almost got me fucked up by the clan. So. Yeah, but you know what? The other things that really stood with me was arguing with Darren. He argued with anybody, right or wrong, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very powerful voice.
Arguing with Darren, just laughing and joking with y'all. The night where that cop got shot in the eye, then that was on some accident shit. Yeah. So I just got out the hospital. Because my sinus infections give me pneumonia. So I just got out the hospital. This is actually the first day I met Reek too. So
shout out to Rika.
Yeah, shout out Rika.
Black women in the movement. Man,
powerful. When I say the women were stronger than most of the dudes there, it was crazy.
There was one time we pulled up, we came down Ferguson to get to Ferguson, and And this was a day a dude like they had a barricade on West Florissant.
Mm-hmm.
And this one dude, I don't know what he was going through, but he was finna drive through the shit. And they was gonna shoot him before they even got
They was
there.
gonna fuck him up.
So when we pulled up, I think it was me, you, Dub, and Tef. And we had Kayla, Rika, and I feel like there was one more girl with us. I can't remember who it was. And we got there, we parked a little bit behind the market.
Okay.
And I was like, stay here.
Right.
We finna go to the intersection and check this shit out. I said that, and we started to walk off, and they kind of looked at each other like, who does he think he is? We finna go down
We
there.
right here too.
But then I actually almost died that time too, because the dudes was finna up on the truck.
I believe it.
Or originally, I had parked my car sideways in the middle of the street to block him, because I'm like, he gonna have to hit my car before they kill him.
Yeah.
And then they screamed at me not to. He ends up driving around me anyway.
Right.
But then we a couple of us just ran up on him. He was like, yo, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
They gonna kill you. You're not gonna do what you think you finna do. They gonna shoot you before you even get there.
Yep.
So he ended up turning around, driving off. But yeah, they was all looking like.
Yeah, this was at that time where they were shooting people too. Like I remember, like it wasn't just rubber bullets out there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I remember. I don't know if the girl was shot or not, but when they had fucked up all that shit in the McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I was there helping, like trying to stop motherfuckers from bleeding and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was they was on some other shit.
And rubber bullets was fucking people.
Man, dude.
Ribs, all types of
Man, that was nuts.
Didn't something happen like that mustard gas that they was using, like when that fucking up people's inside?
That had
Bro,
long-term effects on
They was using microwave, the microwave cannons and all of it. I honestly say we personally will not know the true effects of what they used on us until we get older.
Yeah.
Because they was using some shit out there, man. Like the shit that I read about thinking it was conspiracy theory, they had those type of weapons out there. You know what I'm saying? They dropped like some type of chemical on Reverend Dinah Tapman, where she they had to pick her up. And she defecated herself in the car on the way back to the house.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was that crazy.
Yeah.
So but man, I have so many crazy memories, but I have a lot of good memories about that too. And like y'all and a couple more people that I know that was like seriously out there. Like even if we never saw each other again, if we meet back up. And you ask for a favor, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen too many people bitch out. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, y'all stupid for doing. What you mean we stupid? Yeah. We doing what we feel like that's right for the betterment of everybody. Yeah. Y'all stupid right now.
The struggle was everybody trying to lump us up with the looters. Like we were protesting by day and looting by night, the same people.
Can I say something else the struggle was? The struggle also for me personally was them lumping us up with the out-of-towners that wanted to just exploit what we were fucking doing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm here to say I don't, these views and thoughts that are expressed, that's about to be expressed, are mine alone. Yeah. That Black Lives Matter shit was some bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
They came there and we was just saying we matter versus we matter too. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers took a jingle and a slogan and then motherfucking turned it into some whole other shit that had nothing to do with it. When I personally seen D-Ray and them just standing in the background, essentially taking notes like they were scribers just to write a story that put themselves in the middle of that shit.
My first time seeing him in person was at Fubar, which was October when we did the
Which you talking about, the 1 year anniversary or the first one?
The first one.
Okay,
the first one that where we had the concert. That weekend of Resistance that got capped off with the concert. I met him for the first time. Saw him in the flesh.
Right.
And I was out there every
right
3 times a day sometimes.
Yeah.
And that was my first time saw him was not even in Ferguson.
Yeah,
in fact, the only 2 times I've ever seen him was the one time I saw him at Food Bar, and the second time was in the Del Mar Loop getting ice cream.
I'm here to say this. He was out there one time when I seen him. However, it wasn't no shit. Like, you know how we had the normal days where we would just be standing out there?
Yeah.
He was kind of still in the back, just sitting, not really saying nothing to people and just watching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. I see what these, because I started noticing the regulars, like, y'all Alicia Street, Elizabeth Vega, you know what I'm saying? People like that.
Unsung heroes.
Unsung, man, listen. I knew that whenever I heard Vega's voice, I knew I was where the shit was finna be at. So
Yeah.
I made sure I was there.
Yeah.
And I called her Pastor Vega because of that, because her voice was big and loud like
Yeah,
that.
it was.
But with that, they exploited our unity.
Absolutely.
And that angers me to this day because, well, I can't say it angers me now because I kind of know and understand it.
Yeah.
But it was extremely frustrating to watch it manifest within itself. Like, damn, they really do this shit.
Yeah.
It was Sales that was the first one to point them out on their bullshit.
God bless the dead. He slapped the shit out of D-Ray.
He was calling out a lot of people on their bullshit, and people thought that he was crazy.
They was crazy, right? But that's the first thing they do.
He was right about all that shit.
He was
Yeah.
right.
Look at the people who rolled with him through all that.
Yeah.
And supported that, what the things that he was saying, because it's like the people who were saying he was crazy weren't the ones that was out there with us.
Yeah.
And everybody that was out there with us was saying the same thing.
Yep.
So that whole thing was frustrating to me was those outside opinions.
Man, listen.
It's like you're not even here.
You not even here. You ain't even doing the daytime. I can see not being out there doing the night. The night was nuts. That was the night was jungle season, bro. Like when I seen that cop get shot in the eye and shit. I was just leaving because keep in mind, so you know where the Andy Worm is and all of that, where that hill is.
Yeah.
Down right up in that hill. That's where I stay. I can walk to the protest. You feel me? Every day. So, this was the same day that Dub got into that fight with the big dude or whatever that was on the news.
And that was actually that dude was trying to fight me, and Dub handled that. For me.
So you know what I'm saying? That was the first day that I met Rika. You know what I'm saying? So all of this shit is happening, and dude got shot in the eye, and that was at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? The daytime was more like your churchgoers and your people with the djembe players. It was unifying the peace.
The metaphor of night and day was very literal for that situation.
Swear to God.
Totally, like daytime in North Ferguson versus nighttime in West Florissant was heaven and hell.
West Florissant was the hood.
That's how extreme it was.
Man, like I remember seeing a video where you was helping. They was out there busting shots.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna tell the story because I know you got that. But that's what I was saying. The same thing at that nighttime for me. That was at that McDonald's. Where they was, that McDonald's got fucked up, and it was by outside
break
debris.
glass to get out.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But I'm gonna be honest with you. We talked about this before. I would rather have that environment than the bullshit that's going on now.
Yep, absolutely.
I knew who was who. I knew what was what, and I felt better about it. Like even with what I'm saying, like when Meads, Hef, and a couple more people had. We was down there when who was that? Not Von Derek.
Kajim?
No, not Kajimi. West Side. Mansour Ballbang.
Oh yeah.
When he got killed. And we was over there with we was over there at the corner and all of that, protesting was about to, shut that thing down. But I'm like, as I'm driving to it, right? I'm like, yo, it is real nice outside. And I don't mean like, it's nice, the weather.
Right.
I'm saying as a person that's been in this, Mansour got killed, 100-something days in.
Yeah.
So we pretty much so used
Winter
to. No, it wasn't winter yet. It was like September, if I'm not mistaken. But I have to go look. I know it was warm. I had on shorts. You feel me? Even though I got on shorts now. But
and Tim's and a sweater. Some real
I
St. Louis
got
shit.
some Air Raids, man. I'm rocking.
Some real St. Louis.
Yeah, right. Because you never know. But no, I was like, we out there. I mean, we seasoned by this time. You know what I'm saying? Just being out there, and before we drive, as we drive closer to ground zero, we see more and more police barricades.
Yeah.
I seen absolutely no police barricades over there. You know what I'm saying? And we all out there just, we out there, I'm like, I talked to Tef, I'm like, yo, don't it seem kind of quiet out here? He like, yeah, you know what, it is kind of weird. I'm like, I ain't seen no police nowhere, bro. I think they setting up for something.
Yeah.
So I get, it was me, one other person, because he was like, oh, drive around. It was me, one other person, and another dude that he should not be named. Fuck ass. We drove around.
Sound like you need a name.
No, we ain't gonna even do that. Give him no light.
When we go on this break.
Yeah, well, no, you know exactly who I'm talking about too. But
it's a couple people you could be talking about.
No.
That situation exposed a lot of people.
But so we're in the car, and I'm like, okay, drive around here, drive around there, and we like, damn, we don't see nobody. You feel me? And then some told me like, yo, drive up there on Union and Margaretta. So we over there by the Phillips 66, by the 6th District Police Station. I said, go to the back, don't go to the front. And when I say they had 2 bi-state buses with over 100 to 200 officers that was already like they had artillery riot gear. Well, the little zip line handcuffs and all of that. Yep. They was on their way over there. I said, hurry up and get the fuck back over there. So I went there, I was like, they coming for us, you know what I'm saying? So Tef was like, genius. That man was a genius this night, my bad. That man was a genius. He say, let's go down to Central West End. I bet you they won't fuck with us then.
That night.
So we walk and we go down there. I ride in the car. And they marching and shit. I'm just, we keeping, everything good. I got a Prius at the time and shit. So, so I'm following them, making sure everything good. We get down there and we shut the whole motherfucking by the Drunken Fish corner.
Yep.
Down.
The
busy corner.
Yeah.
And when I say it was like, oh my God, the protesters are coming. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
And we shut that shit down. And I'm talking about, you had, what was his name? Dotson. Dotson was up there at the corner and shit. Tef ain't know. He passed by him like, yo, oh shit. That's Dotson. If he would have seen me, I wouldn't be out here right now. Like, he would have snatched my ass up.
They was definitely profiling.
Man, they was profiling. Like, and then after that day, that's when I started getting followed by the police on a consistent basis. I couldn't drive straight home because, you know what I'm saying, I guess because I was extremely vocal when people got started getting kind of lackadaisical with blocking the road and all. I'm like, nah, man, fuck that. Shut this shit down. We can stay in this motherfucking corner. And it was that. It was a couple of experiences. I couldn't even go to a colleague's birthday party because I wound up.
Because you didn't want all that drama.
No. I was going, and then the police, they looked at me when I was trying to park, and I looked. I'm like, shit, let me drive around again and shit. And then the police car had got behind me. But good thing I had, everything was legal and all of that, so I wasn't tripping off of it if they would have pulled me over or whatever. But at the same time, like, damn, you niggas gonna follow me all through this motherfucking Central West End?
Yep.
All right. Let me go home.
Yep.
Let me send this text.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did that influence any creativity from you? Did any music come out?
Oh,
of
yeah,
that?
definitely. Imperfect, or I'm perfect, depending on how you see the lettering of the album. Came out, and it came out. I just didn't want to do it right then because that was nasty. How people was just
Like a lot of us, we didn't put out any music for
for a minute.
Like me and Dale put out the Blues verse Bang,
But that was on its way. It's supposed to be out, and that had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on.
But shit revolving like Ferguson and Black America, we all waited for like a year.
So it felt.
That's what I did. That's what I did. Cause I seen too. I'm talking about. Like, don't get me wrong. I had a bunch of footage that I wound up putting in a video called "Burn Together." You know what I'm saying? And that was just, just showing, different aspects of, to really humanize who we were to the world versus the shit that they were showing, because they was only showing like the first 3 days of August and the next 3 days of November. You know what I'm saying? When shit was burning, and it really wasn't even all of that. They didn't show the unity, they didn't show the solidarity, they didn't show us communicating with the police and all of that.
There was a lot of unity.
That's what I got on Melanie about, because it was like every time something bad was happening, everyone showed up. All the news crews showed up. But I was in her ear every time something happened. Any little thing. Even that first day. Yeah. In the beginning of the day, when we were sitting in the street with Maria, there was a little girl that I got on video. She like led a chant.
Man, listen, that was
and
the
I sent her that video. All they wanted to play was the fireworks getting shot into the gas, into the pumps and stuff like that. And I'm like, show the footage of the kids being out there, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
all
what
the peaceful
put me,
stuff that happened.
That shit like that put me in a position to be like, oh, y'all full of shit.
Yeah,
this is a whole fucking agenda, because I seen the greatest thing that I seen was the kids. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The kids, bro. Period. And that's what I loved about seeing it. And I would like to believe that we will forever change the current of a new generation because of the shit that we did. You know what I'm saying? And they seen us, and they was out there marching with us, and they was out there, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know how fucked up this can actually get. You get what I'm saying? But they out there because they feel like it's something that needs to be done. Then you had high school kids that really don't know the severity, but they know the severity. They shut down schools, and they doing this, and they doing they walk right. You get what I'm saying? So with that, I believe that we helped out a lot, and those are the things that I will forever like take with me. Like some part of me still like replays 2014 in my head. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a big time stamp.
Right. I try not to live in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely remember a whole lot that comes from that.
Check this out. So everybody that's watching us on Facebook Live right now, that's us. We did that. Because there wasn't live streams going on like that. You had a couple people like Bassam and Heather that were out there like doing live streams on those like dedicated live streaming websites.
Out there. That's in the wheelchair, right? She was
Miss Jupiter.
Man, she was out there. That was the footage.
She's still out.
Out
there getting into it. But now she's able to do it. You know, Twitter. I don't know if Twitter had anything live through like directly through Twitter. We had to do those on other websites and then share the link. Which, by the way, a lot of that shit don't exist no more.
Ustream. It was a lot of Ustream going on. Wow.
All my shit, because I tried to go back as I'm trying to get some of my notes and rewatch some things as I prepare for this book. All my shit gone. My account ain't even there no more.
Wow. And with Ferguson, they made us
change our names and shit.
They changed our names. A lot of my old videos that I used to post had like thousands of views. Like now I can't find them.
I'm one of the last few lasting with the name. So wow.
That shit pisses me off, bro. Because I see people with these eccentric
ridiculous names, bro.
And hey, sometimes if I get mad enough, I report that shit. I'm like, hey, Facebook, she got a fake name. You better change that shit. And Facebook, you're like, well, actually, we actually don't see where they.
We don't see what they did, but they be on us about
community standards.
They be on us about shit.
They like made us show like I was.
Birth certificate, all that. Blood test, P sample, all that.
That's all bad. I wasn't about that.
Q-tip in the wee wee.
Oh damn! You have to get.
That's what it felt like, dog.
I feel you though. I feel you. So, with that kind of pissed me off, and then the media that did, I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna do an interview with some motherfuckers. So I wound up doing an interview. That's on my Facebook page if y'all whatever. But
who was it with?
A news.
Like a major outlet?
It was a major outlet in China. China, then Australia. A lot of us did talk to other outlets around the world. Like we were literally the center of the universe. So I talked to China, Vice News, Even though Vice News just took my picture and I told them about the Delmar Divide, and they cut all of that bullshit. I was telling them some real shit. But what they did is they took homeboy that was a Hebrew Israelite talking all a bunch of bigotry bullshit that had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And posted that angry bullshit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's what gets the clicks.
right. So it was the China one. It was Austria. I had one in Australia. That did those. The China one pissed me off so bad because when I was like, hey, only way that I'm doing this is if y'all allow me to show y'all the St. Louis problem. That this was more than just a Ferguson thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I took them. They was like, okay, let's do Ferguson. Okay, that's fine. Show you my family and whatever. All right, now. With this Ferguson problem, now let me take you over here to the north side. Show you a little bit of this, that, and the other. Right. And then let me take you over to the west side. Took them over to the west side to where I was going to have to fuck somebody up because they was making that person feel hella uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm talking about they picking up, the lady about to pick up a motherfucking syringe needle off the ground and try to film. I'm like, don't touch that. You can fuck around and get AIDS fucking around with that. Yeah. Like, and I wound up shooting part of the Jig Is Up video out there. You get what I'm saying? And then, after they seen all of the vacant buildings, and I showed them the prostitutes, and I'm like, this is a problem, and it was close to the Wellston Loop. Yeah. So Wellston, if you know, historically, was the black epicenter. It was thriving businesses. It was our Black Wall Street. You get what I'm saying? And to see how it's worn down due to gentrification and all of these other things, this is what's left. Now, I took them to the Delmar Divide. The last place we ended was on Delmar, by the loop, where all of that shit just totally changes. You get what I'm saying? And she was like, "Oh my God, I want to cry." Yeah. Like the woman that that did the interview, the guy that did the interview. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want to stand on that line and look left and look right, and it's
and you see the difference. They edited that shit so hard to make me look like a Black Lives Matter person. And I was so mad. I'm like, this is not a Black Lives Matter issue. The reason why this happened is because this is going on. Yeah. This is a bigger problem. Yeah. And so I was like, yo, y'all are fucked up for this. I went off on them, man. Like, so they'll probably never contact me ever again. But I'm like, nah, man, y'all didn't do this justice. Yeah. At all. Yeah. So yeah, that's what put me in that place with media. From that point on, I've been real leery. I'll do I never get talk like this with anybody but y'all, because y'all went through the shit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm doing oh yeah, it's for my daughter and all of that shit, the books and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But to really talk about this shit, it needed to be spoken about. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, man, we went through blackouts and that's like, again, not to get too much of what I'm doing with
I got you.
But I'm really highlighting how media just any form of mainstream media, local or global, just really try to make things seem one way and like literally altered things, just really just change things to suit a certain narrative. And like that's why, and like the public's perception of all those events was the rioting. But we were out there over 200 days consistently, man. And there was 3 or 4 nights maybe where rioting happened.
It was
maybe 4.
Okay, so it was August the 10th, and then you had maybe what was that day when they tried to do the curfew. But that wasn't rioting, that was them shooting at us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you had the for real rioting of fucking, what was that, the verdict. Yeah. Fuck you, Bob McCullough. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Three, maybe 4.
I was saying 6, but it wasn't even that now that I think about it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it didn't happen that often. And the times that, the other thing is they really tried to make it seem like we were starting shit. Where I can tell you from
talk about the tactical jackets? Okay.
Every episode that blew up and got out of hand, the police started that shit.
Bro, I was
Every
out.
single time.
Listen,
I can tell you the moment everything switched, and it always had something to do with.
I'm gonna tell you a story because this was November for me, the verdict night. So, I was going to leave to go to Houston because I had a marketing job interview down there. Because
Your
I'm
whole life
like,
could just be different, right?
yeah, but you know what? Whatever. So, I'm listening to. Matter of fact, I went to NTB to get my tires changed, and then the verdict was getting ready to come on. So I'm driving. I'm on the west side now, and the verdict comes on. I'm like, okay, maybe he's going to get, even if it's 5 years. I wasn't expecting no, you know what I'm saying, nothing for real, but goddamn, at least something. And they said, we are not going to pursue this case. And I bawled crying because I didn't understand. Like, it all came like, no, I understood. But the fact that I understood made me sad as fuck. Like, yo, they really don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Some lady that tried to knock on my car. A lady tried to knock on my car and try to sell me some pussy and shit. I'm like, man, get the fuck away from my car. She showing her titties and shit, man. I'm like, she scared me because I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? By this time, I'm shell shocked. I ride with a pistol everywhere I go now because motherfucking Klan shit that happened. You feel me? So I never was gonna get caught naked again. So I was like, oh shit, I'm bugging. Let me put that down. But before any of that, I had to drive through Clayton. Clayton was so clear.
Yeah.
You could hear a mouse piss on cotton. You understand what I'm saying? They had tanks and people with M16s protecting every fucking corner. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, they protected that well. No, it wasn't even they knew, bro. The Clayton was shut down. Like, I left work early. Clayton was shut down at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, Clayton was not, you know what I'm saying? Nothing was going on in Clayton.
They cut off school.
That's what I'm saying.
They did that a couple times when they announced that there was going to be a verdict.
Yeah.
And they canceled school and they're like, oh, well, we actually going to do it tomorrow. And they did it. And then they pushed it.
Yeah. And then they did the fuck shit at night.
Yeah.
You knew some bullshit. When they said it was supposed to be at night, I was like, okay, it's gonna be some fuck shit. But I'm hoping it's just, we're gonna give him a misdemeanor or something. You know what I'm saying? Something.
I think those of us who were there, I don't think anybody thought anything was gonna come of it.
I was trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
I was
just saying,
really
like,
trying
the
to.
tone of being there in front of the station at that time, I feel like.
No. I ain't even got to that part yet. So I'm driving because I'm like, fuck this. Before I leave, like, even if I'm late to drive, because I'm finna drive down to Houston, even if I'm late to this interview, or I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I drives to Ferguson. I parks by the Taco Bell. Not the Taco Bell, I'm sorry. I parks by the kind of like by the JJ's and all of that shit at Chambers and what's his name?
Yeah.
Chambers in West Florissant.
Yeah.
How my car didn't get fucked up, I don't know, because that's when they start really fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? So I parks down there. I get out, and I'm like, I'm wiping my face and shit. I'm getting game ready because I'm expecting anything. You feel me? Because I'm looking online on my phone, and I'm seeing Darren and Leslie and Leslie's husband talking about on the car with y'all. That was y'all, right?
Yeah, that was my car.
I'm seeing y'all on the car and shit, and she's saying, burn this motherfucker down. He's saying, burn this motherfucker down. I'm like, okay. So I'm down there and I see motherfucking professional people tossing shit on the Napa. The advanced auto parts. I see professional, when you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I see professionals doing this shit.
Not us.
We weren't doing any of this shit. And I'm like, but I had everything that
shit got on camera too.
Everything.
it was cats that was throwing bottles and stuff at the police,
Yeah.
but then running
Way in
back.
the back, yeah.
Like we're in the front.
Face like
And
you
they
can touch
throw
them.
it and then run, and
Yeah.
then they attack us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this shit. Vividly. I'm like, damn, this is what this is like. Like, keep in mind, like, I was there to see the aftermath of the LA riots.
Mhm.
I went to LA at that particular time. So I remember the smells. I was a little kid. I remember the smells of the burning wood still being there.
Mhm.
So that all came back to me when I'm watching all of this shit going down, and it makes me think like, damn, them people probably wasn't even doing that shit neither.
Yep. And social media went nowhere near what it was now, or in 2014.
And all they can show is Reginald Denny getting his ass whooped. Don't get me wrong, that was fucked up, but at the same time, though, like, it's so much other shit that y'all could be showing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The police doing this, the police doing that, but. But I digress. It goes back to the thing of they did that shit.
Yeah.
All that burning, that was insurance money scams, man. Because if I was a business owner at that time, I would have went ahead and bought riot insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
$1 million
You had to.
insurance.
Yeah. You still get not to.
Come on, man.
Because your shit, if everything, if your building gets totaled,
Right.
insurance ain't covering that.
Right.
With the basic shit. So,
Right.
yeah, you had to. And the housing market tanked a little bit after that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like I'm in Florissant, and my property value is just now getting back to where it was.
Oh word.
It tanked.
Oh word.
It was toast because I don't know how they thought people were going to cross the highway, but even on the Florissant side of the highway, people they were boarding stuff up and
Right.
yeah.
But that people have the dopest thing for me was the safest places to be during that time was in the worst neighborhoods in the city.
Yeah.
Because everybody came to this centralized location. And if I ever see that type of unity again, man, I'll be a happy person.
Yeah.
I said, man, talking about black, white, don't matter. Motherfuckers was out
Blue,
there.
red.
Yeah, it don't
We saw
matter.
a lot, man. We came together, and a part of me, like there were pieces of that I wish would have lasted forever. And it sucked that it took something like that to get us to be like that.
Yeah.
And of course, as everything started to die down and things got back to normal,
Yeah.
then you lose the positive pieces of it too. Because now it's like,
Yeah.
it's almost back to where it was before that happened.
Yeah.
We see a lot of the same things still going on with media, the way that the police treats us.
I look
the
at
way we
news
treat each other.
different, bro. I look
Yeah.
at everything different. Like I see, even if that wasn't a real thing, the Willie Lynch theory and how that was manifested and how that happens, I see that. You get what I'm saying? And how the separation, social media definitely puts a magnifying glass on all of that. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, but give me a second to, salute to Melissa. Justice for Danye, R.I.P. Darren, a lot of people, six people died, you know what I'm saying?
And all the cats that got arrested.
Man, they still there.
Josh.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And that alone, and I guess that part still angers me that just gets swept up.
And even those of us who are free, our lives are still affected by that. I know people who, dedicated a lot of time and finance to that. Those are things you can't get back.
Hell yeah.
A lot of us some heroes from that.
All type of stuff, man.
Man,
relationships like families torn.
dude,
There's a difference of opinion.
do you
things like that.
understand?
Friendships toast.
A lot of my friendships got messed up because of that, like the whole soul thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was you had blacks, whites in the group.
Yeah.
But when that happened, that fucked up.
Oh no,
That's one of the things that you got to be on the same page. Like I'm sure there were probably some divorces that happened from that.
Oh,
Like that
I
was a
believe
very defining thing that happened in the history of mankind. That if you feel two different ways about that,
to be a catalyst, we were a catalyst. Like I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna go talk about that as far as the relationships, but to trip off of it, we changed the whole movement, even in hip hop.
Yeah.
Forest Hills Drive was the first album that came from that. You know what I'm saying? And I will forever have an endearing spirit towards that album. not because he came out there, which that was pretty cool or whatever,
Yeah.
but because Jeezy and them came out there too. But he
Yeah.
was the only person
He
that
was out
didn't
there
have
like that,
shit.
legit.
He was
Yeah.
out there.
And he
But-
didn't want no cameras on him.
Right, and
talking about it.
the tones and the sounds and everything was my soundtrack at that time. So
Yeah.
I will forever hold that as one of the greatest albums. Period.
And he shouted us out at the end too. In the
Yeah,
outro.
yeah. So with that, we changed or we made it cool to be self-aware.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mhm.
But like back to what you were saying, like it was stressful at my house, bro.
Yeah.
It was stressful. I'm talking about like sometimes I'm lying to her to tell like I'm finna go take care of some business, and she like, you full of shit because I know where you finna go.
Mm-hmm.
You be careful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I took her out sometimes, like to march, like the look safe shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I took her to the safe shit as far as that, but I was not going to have her out there for real. Like
Yeah.
when that Mizzou shit happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fake shit. We didn't know it was fake.
Right.
I'm telling all my partners, like, they talking all the shit. Rock, you down and you down there for real, bro. Let's go ahead, man. I'm like, all right, the Mizzou shit happened. Let's go. When they was talking about somebody with the fake swastika rug
Yeah.
and shit and all of that stuff, and which some shit like now some shit actually did happen.
Yeah. It wasn't outlandish. That's why we wouldn't like. That don't even sound right. Like that shit sounded like some shit that could happen.
That's right. So some shit did happen there. I went up there on some. I'm thinking my hood partner's gonna come. I'm like, fuck it, we gonna load up. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
They come.
Man, dude, let me see. Everybody all of a sudden was like, oh man, I can't even. Hey, bro, I can't even. So I had one person that came with me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't, I respect them more because they came, but
Yeah.
I wasn't finna like trust my life with these
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna put the gun down and run type of shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I'm like literally, I got 100 rounds in the trunk with me, and I got my weapon with me, like on some what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finna protect these kids. Because I'm seeing videos where mothers driving around saying all types of racist shit and all of that. I'm like on some, I'm sick of this shit.
And that was another thing was like fake news coming out.
Man.
And I was like, man, you have to check these dates. You have to check these sources.
Right.
Because a lot of this shit is like clickbait to get you riled up and
Now-
draw reactions.
One thing that because actually I had just missed I forgot who came up there from Hands Up United, like a couple of guys that went up there or whatever. I had just missed them. But one of the things that did happen, they did deface the African American Studies building.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing that they never spoke about.
Yeah.
They did deface that one. I went to the building, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to people and all of that shit. You feel me? So that was a trip, but it made me realize like all the so-called thugs and all that, they wasn't really about that.
Yeah.
Did you set the Hands Up United building on fire?
I don't remember.
They set a building on that lot on fire because my car was on that lot. And
Oh,
I
sure.
tried to get my car.
What was that thing French had? It was like Help STL or something like that. I don't know if it got set on fire. It got like raided. I do remember
There
that.
was one on fire.
Yeah.
And my car was right
Yeah.
there. And I was trying to get my car. And
I remember you going through that.
car.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad's car.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. That was like,
It was a lot,
Oh,
yeah. That whole event was very like I said, the fact that we're on Facebook Live right now is
a whole bunch of stuff, and
I
then
love-
trip off of all the other stuff, like because you didn't have Baltimore, then you got Baton Rouge,
Shit,
then you got Oakland,
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, a lot
Taiwan.
of like the
There was a Taiwan and China now
China-
that's how you
China was going
protest.
through their
Oh, it
shit.
was China at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then for the Mike Brown Memorial, people from all over the world
Yeah.
came to Tibet,
Yeah.
Thailand,
Yeah.
India,
Yeah.
Africa,
Yeah.
all over the United States.
Yeah, with the monks
we
here.
changed the world, man.
Little old St. Louis. Little old St. Louis
County.
man.
In the middle
St.
of
Louis
the
County. Yeah.
So but that with that whole thing, man, like I say, I keep saying it. it was a great experience.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
change none of it for the world, man. I wouldn't change none of it for the. But you know what it does do as well? It makes me look at our history books different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know how much of this is bullshit.
That's
and
what
what's
I'm
missing,
saying,
and
man.
What's missing.
That's what I'm saying. What? Because honestly, I feel like the victor wrote the books.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm
Every
saying?
time. Every time. The loser don't have opportunity.
So what they gonna say about us? Because this shit gonna come up 20
Yeah.
years. It's gonna be in social study books.
Absolutely.
It's going to be in there.
Absolutely.
Or
Yeah,
will
can't
they be
avoid
St.
it.
Louis
They might
writers?
try. They might try.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
to, you know, they might try to glance over us.
I don't think they can though.
They can't.
'Cause-
Because we don't. Because when we think of you know, the things that we learned about in history, some very monumental things,
Right.
and you know, we don't really have too many things like that going on.
We were okay. So
In our lifetime, like I feel like our generation doesn't have too many things that are of that caliber.
we were the first. Second technologically recorded riots.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was the camcorder, the LA riots.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to get bits and pieces.
Yeah,
But we were the first
doing it live.
to do it live. And as you seen this shit, that's what you got.
Yeah, so it ain't no, well, this is all true. What's the rest of the story?
Yeah, no.
None of that.
This is it. Even though they are deleting the shit now, you
Man.
know what I'm saying?
I got footage from us going through Lumiere. Gone. But and there were people supporting us when we got in there, and it was like when you're going through the main hallway and you pass that part where you gotta show your ID and get in to the slots. They were in there watching us go by, and they were like, "Fuck yeah!" You know
So,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it wasn't just all hate that we weren't the villains. There was people
Yeah. Oh
supporting
no, that
us
was mad
everywhere.
love.
Yeah.
So I had random people like I'm eating, you know, I'm on some fuck everybody shit now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm eating at a South County Golden Corral with my family and shit, right? I'm in South County with a Ferguson is everywhere shirt on and shit. Some dudes came up to me, hey man, I want to talk to you, you know, I really appreciate what you're doing, man. Man, you're right, Ferguson is everywhere, man, and this shit's just so fucked up, man. He started tearing up and shit. I'm like,
Damn.
this is crazy. You man, hillbilly ass South. I'm saying South County. Past Reeves Barracks Road, man.
Redneck.
Yeah.
Redneck. You feel
Solid
me?
red like that.
Yeah. Cardinal red. So, you know, that was nuts. But I got a whole nother story. I know we've been veering off and shit, but I was there at the Trump rally.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Trump rally.
Yeah. Incognito.
Yeah, I was on watching. I'm just looking, and I'm like, I'm listening to this dude. He talk about some like the funniest thing what tripped me out and how I knew he was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this nigga is the greatest instigator ever.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you got two partners, they finna fight, like, I bet you won't swing, you know?
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you won't.
Yeah.
He was doing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I seen it. It's that same nigga shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's like, he said, by the way, that's why I don't fuck with Shafley. I'm sorry if this is y'all shit. The owner of Shafley introduced him to at the St. Louis rally.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to present to you George Bush. I mean, not George. What's the fuck? Yeah, right. Same person.
Right.
I want to introduce to you Donald Trump.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
The woman, Shafley. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
News to me.
Yeah. Fucked me up.
I ain't know that.
Yeah. And so we up there and just watching and then because I really wanted to see. I wasn't on no protest shit. I was on some observation like.
Yeah.
Okay, I already don't
That was
believe the
also
news.
another monumental time in our lives.
I don't believe the news. You feel
Yeah.
me? So he can't be this fucked up. And it turns out to be he wasn't that fucked up, but he's an instigator.
Yeah.
He's reality TV showing everybody
Oh, yeah.
and got them motherfucking rich ass people down there ready to fight you, man. You know what it felt like? All bullshit aside, I felt like I was a fly on the wall at a picnic hanging.
Mm.
That's how I felt. Like if you could like be invisible and watching a whole bunch of like racist motherfuckers beating up on a nigga and finna hang a nigga, but they it's a festivity, it's a festival and shit, it's a spectacle.
Like that's what they.
That's
actually
how
do.
it felt. It felt like no love was in this. When the protesting and shit started happening inside, it felt like no love. And he's instigating, yeah, get him out, punch him in the face. Yeah, this is what the president is said. Well, before he became the president, punch him in the face. Shit like that. I'm like, yo, I live in fucking Missouri.
Yeah.
I used to pride myself on saying it's two Missouris. It's Missouri and Missouri. Nah, motherfucker, this is all Missouri.
Yeah.
Kansas City is the closest thing probably as a metropolitan city with all the technological advances that they have right now that could be considered Missouri. And even there, they got Raytown and shit like that. Speaking of that, Raytown, Mama's family. Did you know that was Kansas City?
Did not.
Hell no.
Wow.
Mama's family is Kansas City. So look at how they see us.
I was gonna ask you how you feel about the project of the speed train. I forgot officially what they're calling it, but where we can get there in like 30 minutes.
Oh, the bullet train?
Yeah.
Are we going to have that here?
To Kansas City?
They're saying I shared an article about it, like it's in development, and obviously it's not gonna be 2021 or nothing like that.
I doubt that it's going to happen here. We might be able to, like, Columbia. I don't know if they're going to do it here.
No, it's supposed to be Kansas City to St. Louis.
Is it?
Yeah.
In 30
Wow.
minutes.
I mean, it's 4 hours now.
I don't
So
know.
a car drive. So I think it's under an hour for sure.
I'll wait to 10 years from that. I'm being no bullshit because, I mean...
because when you look at the trolley situation.
The Japanese reverse engineered the train and they really learned that shit, and that's how the bullet train got started. Yeah, that's cool. But these motherfuckers here like to cut corners and have cheaper parts and this and that.
Yeah, I definitely ain't gonna be on the first train.
I'm definitely not on be on. You're not finna Titanic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a year for a hop on that.
I'm that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting like 5 years, bro. When it gets like, okay, we in the swing of things and this is what this is. I'm not.
Yeah.
That make me nervous, bro. Like new technological advances when it comes to especially Missouri.
Yeah.
Shit, St.
It's like
Louis.
we was talking about getting the knee surgeries. Like,
see what I'm saying?
Y'all need to make sure it's y'all masters of that first before you start
We
teaming.
got 30 minutes left.
Oh shit,
So
we've been talking ass off.
We're going to cut to a break.
Playing on
We're
something.
going to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
These
your,
books, this literary.
Yeah, let's do that,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? And it's this dope write-up you got in this newspaper.
I knew that shit was gonna happen. We was gonna start as soon as we started talking. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Because it's passion.
It's special. No, it's a special
It's been
time.
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It feel like
Nah,
They don't.
I knew that shit.
Because
was
think
gonna
of how many hours we gave to that.
Yeah.
To try to summarize that in an
Yeah.
hour.
Nah, you can't. You can't. It's so many stories.
what's this joint we about to go into?
I don't know. What's the joint?
Me?
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
send
me?
him?
Me.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You know what?
Perfect?
Yeah, no.
Perfect?
You said what?
Did you send I'm perfect, imperfect?
I'm gonna send it to you, but I got a couple joints on there. Nah, I want you to play You People.
You people.
You
is that
people.
Is that how it's going? What I'm
You
thinking?
people.
You
So
people.
yeah, so look, the story behind this is I was working I was like, okay, fuck it, let me get back into the corporate world. I hate the corporate world.
Same.
But it put me into a place of it was a conversation where this lady I just didn't say anything. What's wrong with him? Why is he so mean? Bitch, I'm just being quiet. Like I'm chilling. So it's like one of those things where I was just having a conversation. I was like, damn, no matter where we go or what we do, we're still here.
Yep.
And that's where you people came from. You don't have you people?
No.
I could have swore I sent you people.
I got
we
Mimi.
gotta play that.
I got
now.
Mimi, System, The Jig Is Up.
Let's see.
We gotta hear you people now.
Me,
I'm
System, the
intrigued.
jig is up.
Me.
Me.
Those are the ones I got.
Really? You didn't download the other ones. I sent you people too.
I
It's-
got mime. That's
Mine. That's what I meant. Yeah.
What the fuck is mine?
That's what that's the name of because you probably
M-I-
naming shit different
Huh?
things.
M-E? Fuck it. Alright, so play System. We'll play System.
System.
I made what's crazy is I made the System song before the riots. Me and Dutch. Shout out to Dutch Jackson.
Shout out to Dutch Jackson.
Yeah, we made that song before the riots, and I'm talking about the subject matter that I was even talking about on there is just the shit that we were protesting. You know what I'm saying? Systematic racism and all of that. You know. So.
Oh yeah, let's get into that joint.
Yeah.
I got. And what's funny is I got funny songs and shit too. Like, but you know, due to the nature of the shit. Yeah, let's do this. That's the thing. It's up.
No shit, my bad.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Bring you a motherfucking system. Bring you a motherfucking system. Bring you a motherfucking system. I don't give a fuck about the 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 system. Bring you a motherfucking system. Bring you a motherfucking system. Bring you a motherfucking system. I don't give a fuck about the system. I don't give a fuck about the system.
And we hid it behind this little
Message,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, I can once I edit it, I can send it to you guys if you want to put it up on Spotify. Because I don't have a Spotify right now, and I know y'all probably have on your own.
You can send me the actual like
The audio. You can chop it up? Oh. Cool. Perfect. That makes it better because I gotta do everybody else's. Cool.
I was talking to my cousin saying he'll do some of that.
To do what?
Do some editing.
Editing he can too?
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. He can shoot.
It takes me 48 hours. And I tell people that, but they don't get that. They go, hey, where is it at? It's only been 20 hours, bro. Like,
Yeah. I'm not just only doing that.
yeah, you rush me, then I mess up. And then what I don't like is if I edit it and it's done, and then they call me to change it. Well, shit, now I gotta go back. You know, you gotta convert it and all that.
Yes, I did.
I was in break last for a person. Yeah.
So I just moved up the new website to this week, just so you know.
So the
Yeah, I already know what happened.
the second song.
Is it further down or something?
That's the third. It's three. Each email has three. So the one that says me is the second one. It's the third.
Oh, it's just different. It's just different. Okay, that's it. It's just different. Okay. I'll download that here.
Yeah, this is the smaller one. It says.
Okay. But it doesn't say. But it doesn't say.
Yeah, don't say you people. Okay, so
But it's that one.
it's the one that's 7.
Okay. So it's gonna be downloaded with that name too, then, right? So I probably already have it downloaded then.
You're right. If you
Because I downloaded it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, 20 seconds. Ten seconds.
Kanye West. Hey West, Mary J. Blige.
Hey, what do we be doing? Hey, Kanye West dance like he just tell his legs to go.
I'm just let you go. Do your
Yeah,
own
you
thing.
can do your own thing. You free.
Let
You
do
free.
the thing, go on to the damn thing.
I'm gonna try to catch up with my arms.
We got this.
So yeah, your most recent work is this publication in North Sider,
Yeah, the North Side. Yeah.
metrostl.com.
Yep.
Let me say that clear because I rushed it. metrostl.com. And you wrote a love letter to the North Side. What inspired that? I mean, besides the obvious.
So-
what made you want to do that?
So, I was asked through the St. Louis Black Authors of Children's Literature. That's a group that I'll link up with. Salute to Julius and everybody else supporting the staff, Courtney and everybody. So we he slid me the lady June Heath's connection, and she was looking for some people to do some editorial writing. And so I sent her my press kit. So she must have read the press kit saying, you know, I did music and I did this and I did that and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, why don't you write about something that inspires you? Or why don't you write about something that, what drove you into music? Or what pushed you into this? Or what pushed you into that? So I chose to write about all of it, but not in an essay form. You get what I'm saying, of what inspired me. And that is coming from North St. Louis. Like learning how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? I was good at math, but I wasn't really good at functional math. I was good at school, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I can reiterate what you told me. But doing functional math in my head and stuff like that, I learned that from the north side. You know what I'm saying? How to turn a 50 into 100, shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So I learned how to do that real quick and like, okay, boom, 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 y'all need this, you need that. And I learned, you know, just the writing aspect of it, how to express myself and how to just this what they call code.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, how to walk, live, eat, drink, think, talk, all of that.
Morals and ethics.
Exactly, from North St. Louis. Now, I wanted to speak on the compare and contrast of it too, because I learned that don't make it a good or bad thing. It's actually both.
It's just survival.
Exactly. And being exposed to this as well as that kind of, you know, made me this way. So I wanted to express that in a way of gratitude for what I learned from the North, as well as a cry for help for not only just the North, but the entire city, that we need to have some type of change. There needs to be something because, yeah, man, it's bad out here.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where the inspiration and all of that came from that. And she put it, I guess since I named it my Northside Love Letter, she put it out for on the 13th to lead up to the Valentine's Day. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, besides getting your point across, like it being like this is like it's very well written. Like I'm trying to I'm trying to nitpick things out of here. Like where you say what were once streets filled with laughter and endless possibilities have turned into tear-soaked teddy bear drenched memorials for the slain.
Yeah,
like that's some good ass writing.
Oh, thank you.
And like, but actually, like my favorite part at the end is the part where you say sincerely your son. It's like that shit is creative as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I am a son. I'm a son of the North Side. I am a grandson of the Pruitt-Igoe projects. My grandmother, you know what I'm saying, stayed in Pruitt-Igoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my father and them stayed there. You feel me? So that's where I come from. So when they tore down Pruitt-Igoe, like that side, my father's side, moved to the north side. My mom and them came from Mississippi and moved, you know what I'm saying, to the north. So I am this product of this. This is what you made me. So that's why I say, you know, sincerely, your son. You feel me?
Yeah. Very well written.
I'm gonna have my students do
something similar.
Do a quick project about this. Read it and then like dissect it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just good writing. It's good creative writing.
There's a lot of literary elements in here. It's a lot of deeper meanings. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope.
Outside of the creativity, I want to say this. Shout out to Grammarly. Sort of guy, Grammarly held me down, bro. Yeah. But no, that definitely is a thing that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? I'm north to the death. I'm so north to the point to where I get mad when they show on the news and be like, it was a murder that happened on Goodfellow and Martin Luther King. I'm like, that's West Side. Like, y'all mean, you know. Yeah. But I know what that is about. That's about gentrification and bringing down the property value of even over there so they can take over there. But Nah, man, leave my goddamn side alone. We fucked up enough.
Are they talking about bringing you on as a writer? On this particular newspaper?
We'll see.
They should.
We'll see. We'll see.
You got to fluff up the portfolio, so somebody gonna be looking for you.
We'll see.
And let's talk about these children's books, man. That's a lane right there.
Man, you know what? It was one of those things where I slipped up on. I really just did this for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I want to just create something for her. Like, hey, I want you to see that there's this black kid in this book.
Yeah.
You know, even though I made it in the sense of for everyone, like you can be a pet lover and everything, but the shit's so black that the dog is a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Just
on some real life shit.
Real talk, because we have a pit bull. You get what I'm saying? So with that, I wanted her to be able to see something that she can cling to and know that this is here and it's real for her. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I know when she goes to school, a lot of things are going to be whitewashed.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm saying embrace everything, because her great grandmother is white. I mean, like, not middle path, nothing. She's white. One of the nicest ladies that I ever met. And she went through the struggle, like, with dealing with black people. Yeah, instead of, she got disowned by her family type shit.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of the strongest women I know, you feel me, period. So
She's still alive?
Yeah, hell yeah, and kicking. That's the homegirl, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I want to show her both sides, but I know for a fact that the victor tells the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that, I wanted to show her something that she can cling to. She can take and like, oh yeah, this is that. She don't even see herself in the book. She sees it as a character. This is BB. This is Pinky. This is like, so it's pretty dope that that's that. You know what I'm saying? And
You think she'll connect it at some point though?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, I know she
knowing
will.
that you wrote it.
But yeah, I mean, well, no, it ain't even that. I think she's gonna see that's her, because I call her BB. You know what I'm saying? So, but she don't. Right now, she's not seeing that BB and BB is BB. You feel me? So.
The innocence of children.
Right, which is dope, and so as she grows up, these books are going to grow with her.
Yeah.
So the subject matter is going to go over to something until
she's the inspiration.
Yeah. Until I cease from this earth, I'm going to write these books until she gets to a certain age. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's going to be these things of you can see her grow up through these. Like at the end of every book, I put a picture, of her growing up, like matter of fact. So I brought them, but I even got a Spanish version for this one with the alphabet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Snap! Hold on, I'll be right back.
so yeah.
So you can. Hey, we got the. See that? I don't know how you say this in Spanish. Vanessa.
Yeah.
Verresa. Escrito el estrado. Did I say that right? Yeah, we gonna have KG verify this and make sure everything's good to go.
Did it illustrate too?
Yeah, I drew them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I used it. I had English and Spanish in the second one. So really, it was more so on the thing of I want you to, like, a person that is trying to learn Spanish, like that ain't just for a kid's book. You can try to learn Spanish yourself, take both books and then go from there and learn from that way. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the book that you got right there, Bo, it's called Chin Up, Chest Out. I made that initially for her brother. He was, you know what I'm saying, like steady seeing. Okay, so Ferguson happened when he was in first grade. So
that's crazy. I don't mean to interrupt you, but just to think that there are kids who are gonna grow like my daughter comes from Ferguson.
Yeah,
I met her mom at
Ferguson,
St. Patrick and these are children from Ferguson. That's crazy.
These are offspring of Ferguson. So my Chin Up, Chest Out. That's the bestseller right there, Clean Up BB book.
Clean Up BB, bestseller on Amazon.com right now.
So he was asking me questions about like the motivation behind that. He was asking me questions like, "Yo,
Take a nap.
do the police hate us, or do white people hate us?" Now, keep in mind, his grandmother is white. His great grandmother is white.
Yeah.
And he's asking me these questions as I drive him to school, or why are there tanks on the corner? Keep in mind, when I say I'm right there, I was right at Suburban and Florissant. Like, we gotta pass that every day to take him to school, where they sitting with the damn microwave cannon on the corner, or the Humvees and shit. So I'm there, you feel me? So, he's asking me these things, or he'll watch the news, you feel me? And see like, damn, you know, why is this happening? He asked me like, why is it always black people on TV? Fucked me up. It threw me for a whole loop because I wasn't expecting that question to come from him.
Yeah, from a child.
You know what I'm saying? From a child. You can look at that too. And so,
Children be knowing.
right. And also he was, you know, it was going through a little bullying issue at school. So I kind of wanted to put in his head like, yo, you come from greatness. You know what I'm saying? Your history, your love, your line, the people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way from, you know, Mansa Musa down to Montezuma. You get what I'm saying? All of these people, all of these people, you come from this. You get what I'm saying? And you are a great person. You walk with your chin up and your chest out. You have pride in yourself. You get what I'm saying? And so it was also a thing of everything that we see on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the some of the lines is I know son, I know what they tell you. They tell me that too. You know what I'm saying? You hear it on the TV, you see it on the news. You'll never amount to nothing. You'll never make through. But I'm here to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
snap. All the books do?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just that. It was just that one for a purpose.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll never make so all of these things that they are showing on TV or on the internet or on this, you are more than just a person that can make a motherfucker laugh. You are more than a person that you bob your head to. You know what I'm saying? That can shoot a basketball. You are the person that created the double bypass. You are the person that created the air conditioning, the stoplight, the line. You get what I'm saying? All of that. You are a creator of that. And don't let them tell you any other thing. This is what that book is about.
Yeah, got the illustrations of him being a lawyer.
You get what I'm saying? You can be anything that you decide you want to be that is, you know what I'm saying, that's helping people. You can do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
And that's where that book comes from. And I made this honestly, it's even though it's drawn like this and it's, you know, the inspiration was for him, this book is for any person, to be honest with you. Any age. Yeah. Especially like how many times can you honestly say that as a man that you've heard outside of your mom and your dad, I love you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that don't happen. Even from then, you know, sometimes you don't even get that.
Yeah. So
you could take this, put this in your pocket with you and be inspired. That's, you know, for me, and this is my favorite book. I have fond memories of Clean Up BB because it was, you know, the bestseller, and it was my first book to make me be like, okay, fuck it, I don't care if I can't draw, I don't care about any of that, I'm gonna make this for my baby. Yeah. But
I mean, it's appealing. It's got
that's what I say. So that's what everybody's saying, and that's fine. I love it. But this book right here, The Chin Up Chest Out, really means a lot to me because of the simple fact of we don't get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get that as men. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Especially men of color. We don't get that.
Yeah.
We
I feel like we're, I won't say a surge because it's kind of been gradual, but I feel like we get that. And I just to throw that back to the Ferguson time too. There was one time me and Victor Vic were walking and like in Ferguson down Canfield, headed to the back of the complex.
Okay. And so you're going like Wynn, Owen and all that shit. Whatever that street is. I know what you're talking about.
Because we were trying to check to see if it was open. Because sometimes it'd be barricaded, sometimes it wasn't. So we were checking to see if it was barricaded or not. And on the way, we just passed a random brother. And before that, we wouldn't have made eye contact. We wouldn't
That's
have
what I'm
said
saying. That's what I'm saying.
We passed him walking up here and it's like, what's up, dog? You good?
Yeah.
And like
people were genuinely caring about each other, bro.
Yeah.
kind of like at the 9/11. Like
Yeah.
9/11 happened, everybody.
It was a small town. It was a small town, and in this instance, it was a small town, but it was an extremely segregated town.
Yeah.
But it brought it back to the point of, oh shit, we gotta care about each other
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, we have to, because who else does?
Yeah, yeah. So that's
In the grand scheme of things.
in the spirit of this book. This is where that comes from. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Definitely that of, hey, I care about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what that is. So yeah, BB. I forgot. I haven't even said it yet. So www.bbebooks.com. That's BEEBEEBOOKS.com. That's where you can get all the books from. You can get the dolls. We got plush toys and stuff like that. My daughter got an action figure and she wasn't even 2 yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so stuff like that. And we also have the plush toy for, you know, the boogie character, the little dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's all of that. Like, yeah, support.
On a personal note, because you know, as being a new father myself, I'm wondering how much I'm going to do with her, because all this like social media stuff is still relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about her doing, or like you two together doing like a YouTube channel where like it's like her face is in the spotlight?
It depends. I mean, like that. I know that for me, communication with the old lady is something that you
Absolutely.
have to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't necessarily know if I want that yet. You know, I want her to be able to say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, hey, you gonna do this. You know, granted, I show, you know, some pictures and I'm very proud of my daughter and I don't hide her. You know what I'm saying? And nothing like that. That made me think of that Drake line. I wouldn't hide you for that. But I want her to decide that she's going to be whatever she want to be. And then once we get to that, and then that's when I'm going to kick it up. You know what I'm saying? Top notch. Just like her brother. Her brother has I made him write a book.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming out later on this year.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? 11 years old. He was 10 when he wrote it. We got getting the illustrations and all of that stuff together as we speak right now. And yeah, he's gonna be an author. He doing stuff that most grown folks ain't even done.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So I want to set that bar high for him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Proud of you, dog.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm just trying to, you know, I'm really, man, I'm happy, you know, y'all honestly are like kind of my bar in that instance. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying it's a competition thing because I'm promoting everything that y'all do, period. I don't care. But it's just, it's good to be like, okay, I can't be on no bullshit. My guys is trailblazing and creating different things and making do with their God-given talents. You get what I'm saying? You touching motherfucking children's lives in such a way with either the teaching and what you're doing. You know, it's not that. It's great to see your transform from just Haku in the group to this man that honestly, I never would have expected to see you out there in Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For me, you were so laid back.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't a thing of that you wouldn't come out. It was a thing of like, oh, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then growing into this man that you are now, and then still keeping the lyricism and still keeping all of these things together and being a stand-up person about it. That is always, you know, like, is always a great measuring stick to have. You feel what I'm saying? Watching Dub change from, you know, or not even change because Dub the same motherfucker, but evolve more. That's what we're doing. We haven't changed. We're more evolving than anything. You feel me? And watching him even, you know, how he proposed to Reek. That was, you know, super Dub, but it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Just watching us turn
Setting
from
standards.
and watching us turn from slum fest or slum scene artists just trying to get our shit heard to becoming men. Like, we're becoming like, if we ain't had kids already, we creating families now. You know what I'm saying? We are making staples and shit like now more than anything. So yeah, I think honestly, I'm on a tangent right now, but I think the slum scene that started from the High Point days, the guys that come from that, we probably as a collective are the most trailblazing group to ever come from this city.
I would agree.
And diverse.
Mm-hmm. That too.
Because I get it.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. But I don't see too much worse.
You got your lessons and, you know.
Damn, Les is from he's at the tail end of the slum. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Man,
Drugs.
pray for him. That's all I can say.
Probably did his last time getting a mention on here.
Yeah, but
Because I'd much rather highlight the you know.
Yeah, the positive. But I forgot about that. But that's how much I don't be paying attention to bullshit. Like that. But all of us, man, we have done. Honestly, though, I think that for the slum scene, because it was a lot of us, like our defining moment was Ferguson.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we tried to get big or nothing off of Ferguson, but I'm just saying it was our defining moment and to show, because a lot of us were saying that we was going to do this. Motherfuckers came out.
Yeah.
And they stood on their word and they was about it. Now, some of us did way more than others.
Yeah.
But still, motherfuckers came out.
Every little thing mattered.
Motherfuckers came out. And so, with that, I'm appreciative of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all definitely, I watch everything that everybody does, and I'm totally appreciative just to see the positivity that comes out of it. I may not even know how it got there, but I know that it's there and it's happening, so I'm going to do things. Speaking of that, I was talking to him earlier. I am getting ready to we're picking a date right now. We're thinking 314 day.
Okay.
That we are going to be doing a free STD testing event.
Okay, that's big.
Through my nonprofit Team Rehab.
Yeah.
We, St. Louis is #1 for chlamydia, #1 for gonorrhea, and we are high on the list for herpes and AIDS. We need to learn about our statuses. We need to learn, like some motherfuckers don't even know how to put on condoms.
Yeah.
Like all bullshit aside, or if they put on condoms, they don't know how to do it properly.
Yeah. They
don't know about female condoms or dental dam or any of those things that, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to be out here playing. Right, exactly. So, and I'm talking about grown people. So if you out here playing craps with your dick or you playing, you know what I'm saying, all that, you need to definitely be out here doing what you need to do to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Jenny's councilwoman, Asia Owens is going to be helping with us and stuff.
That's what's up.
Councilwoman. Yeah, councilwoman, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to be helping with us as well. We working on getting to a couple things, and I'm going to be looking for performances to volunteer some time. Performers to volunteer some time and come out. We're gonna try to make it a full event. And please, y'all, come out, man.
That's what's up. Definitely keep us posted with that. We at the end of the show time, so I don't want to get on a soapbox, but like that's the type of shit that I want shared in that focus group. Out of all the
other shit, the pissing contests and all of that bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I try to break it up, with sports, you know what I'm saying, like good news. Actually, crazy thing is Fox 2 News is in that group, and they try to post like stories of people getting shot all the time. I just decline that shit because it's kind of productive to what we're actually trying to do. But that's the type of shit that I want in there, informative things that like we can do something with.
Yeah. So
definitely keep us.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will keep y'all.
Like I'm looking at you like somebody to spearhead other people kind of getting with the program of that's the type of things that we're looking for. We need to. Well, my thing is, for me, I'm just a dude from North St. Louis. I don't really too much, I just try to be like, stop all the bullshit and just do something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea how to make a book. I had no idea how to do none of the shit that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But I just get out here and try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Get out here and do it. Stop internet talking, y'all. Get your ass out here and do something. The gems.
Yeah, it was dope to have you on here just based on the fact that you doing something different besides rapping. You're doing children's books.
Yeah.
Diversifying, man.
Yeah.
We come from that age, like we was talking about. We come from the age, and people, like my DJ partners always hate me when I say it, but we come from the dirty DJ era.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody that comes from that era understands that you really wasn't getting on the radio at that time. You weren't getting no spins. You wasn't getting shit.
Yeah.
You had to get out here and diversify and learn how to market yourself in such a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we was at the beginning age of the internet, so I got a MySpace page, but we guerrilla marketing hard.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
our
had to
age.
get
That's
out
this
there.
city too.
You had to get the fuck out there in order to do something, even for them to kind of listen to you. So the markets that we took, we could go out of town, and I've seen it done. You know what I'm saying? We like prime example, y'all go down to South by Southwest. Y'all go to South by Southwest. Y'all are killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of the promotion that y'all already know how to do up here.
Just a performing out of state and all that. Like it's a cakewalk.
Yeah, it's a cakewalk. This shit it's kind of like when Goku got hit in the gravity machine when he was on his way to Namek and shit. Nerd moment right now, but you know what I'm saying?
When he stepped out,
This is the gravity machine, and we go out there and be Super Saiyan like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. So I thank y'all, man, for even having me here.
Thank you, man.
Hey,
2 hours ain't nearly enough for all the gems you got
It
up
didn't
there,
even seem
bro.
like 2 hours. It's like
It don't.
Yeah, yeah. So man, like I said, man, please, like you're definitely somebody who I'm looking forward to drop those gems.
Yeah,
that especially the things outside of music, because I feel like a lot of, I don't want to call them kids, but you know what I'm saying, like young guys feel like that's all we got.
We are elder statesmen now, bro. And that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
We are the elder statesmen, and we need to show these guys and reach out more to them to let them know that, hey, we've done this. Don't do that. Come and do this route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we dropped the ball with that second generation. Like, who was that? The home with 3 Problems and all of them. We kind of dropped the ball with them.
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't be in their situations where they at. But however, we can still pick up with these next guys and these, you know what I'm saying, these young guys that's coming out and really embracing them and kind of schooling them on what not to do. Because we already fucked up, but we have a whole bunch of gains from it too. So, yeah. Before y'all go, at PanchoRucker.com. Or not at PanchoRucker.com. At Pancho Rucker, PanchoRucker. That is on Twitter. That is on Facebook. That is on Instagram. And Pancho Rucker 314 on YouTube. And BBBooks.com, where you can get all the books at.
BEEBEEBOOKS.com.
Yeah.
And you can you talk about the future a little bit one time real quick? Or are we gonna leave it at that?
What
Future endeavors, future writings.
So like I said, I'm working on a movie right now. I'm writing the script and getting everything together right now. Salute to G Soldier. You know, Lacey taught me a whole lot.
Doing this thing.
Yeah, he
for a
ran
minute.
for a minute. Salute
for a
to
St. Louis minute.
Lacey gave me my first acting role on film. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was on point.
That was the first battle I seen too, man.
No, I wasn't no boys. Word, it was. It was. He been around for a minute. Yeah,
a St. Louis minute.
So the film, the kids cartoon is coming soon. Clean Up BB, or it's a tentative thing right now as far as the title, but it is coming. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Sticks, yeah. Sticks will be on Amazon Prime soon. I know y'all been asking me, y'all been bugging me about it, but I am definitely going to have it on. We're just trying to get everything together because I'm not putting no bullshit up.
It takes time.
It does.
And there may or may not be a project coming.
A project's coming.
It's coming. We don't. Now that we know, we're gonna be in his ear about it.
Before we leave, man, where'd you get the name Pancho Rucker from? I'm sorry.
No. Actually, it's from my sister's father, Akila. He taught my little sister when he was at Sumner. Her father was murdered when she was 1.
Right.
And he loved her so much. Me and him did not get along well at a lot of times. But one thing that he did teach me was we made them trips down to Texas a lot. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he taught me the hustle of things, you know what I'm saying, and how to do my own business, you feel me? And he introduced me to screw music. Either way though, my point in saying that is that he got murdered in August of that year, if I'm not mistaken. And she was sleeping in her bed, you know what I'm saying? And I was just in tears because I was like, I can make up time with my father if, you know, we get that time. At the time, my other sister can make up time, you know, with her people and all of that, but you can't.
Yeah.
So I said, as long as I'm living and I have breath in my body, you're going to hear, when you hear the name Pancho, you're going to hear positivity. You know what I'm saying? My name is Pancho Rucker. Like, that's, you know, I go by that. My friends, they can call me, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And if you know me from the north, you know, Ruck or Rucker or something like that. You get what I'm saying? But I wanted to do a tribute to her, to let her know that, you know, she was loved. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the Pancho thing comes from.
His
name was Pancho. Yeah, his hood name was Pancho. People tell me all the time, man, for the books and stuff, you should change, you know, you should rebrand and do all of that. I'm like, no, it's going to be Pancho. It's for my sister. This is deeper than, you know what I'm saying, rap for me.
Marketability.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about all of that.
And he loved his sister, man. He done came up to the school a couple times.
yeah, I got on her ass. I got on her ass about that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't play about is education in my family. Even if you self-educate, you better get on something.
Yeah. With it, dog. Well, yeah, in the spirit of chin up, chest out, and
many times.
telling folks we love you, man. Love you, dog. I can't remember the last time I told you that.
Oh,
it's definitely
love you back, man. Real talk, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Straight up.
I don't know if you want to ride out with you people.
No, we can. No, let's ride out with that. Yeah.
Okay, let's ride out with
you
people. All right, y'all.
StlVsErrbody on all social media. Local Radio STL on all social media. Pancho Rucker.
Pancho Rucker.
Pancho Rucker on all social media. We out. Boom.
No, that's no dose, but fuck it.
That's
no. That's not it.
We rolling with it? He said we rolling with it.
Cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
We rolling with it. No dose.
It's just because it all.
I know, it's all good. It's all good. Let it play. Let it play.
Oh, let me get a song. Let me stop.
Oh, my bad.
I can no longer be silent. This monster grew because my baby won't be out here wildin'. I'm out with worry for nothing. Don't give a fuck if we ain't couple. You fuck niggas bother my people. You fuck niggas begging for trouble. Bitch, should be vegetables of muzzle. Disrespectful, make it. I ain't say I'm gangsta, but you dripping. I'm popping your bubble. For my family, take it, make it solid. Take it from the line of basic Dixie crime and basic bitches down.
And you got
like sneaky bar.
Since that is a full don't matter the terrain to climb. Adversity is in the choke hole, cause in the dark I'm still shining. Still recognize me, just look me in my eyes when you shake my hand.
It's 2 hours.
I'm not giving no fuck, I'm not stopping, so baby, straight back this way.
Well, once it's over, they just need to.
Got some,
I mean, if you want, we can
in here some good
load it
letters.
right now. Once the song's done.
Oh yeah, let me go look at that real quick.
Say I got sneaky bars. Different, yeah, different.
Hot sometimes gang rules in the 90s, nigga, I'm cool. So I be damn if you little skinny G rappers take me to school. I'm the king, eternal love for the craft. You heard it be famous. Don't wanna beat you niggas ass. I knock the G out of Angus. I put the cannon on that bitch because of me. She moved in slow-mo. I feel my sword on her head, now she can watch me raid her logo. Keep up the cut like Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl with coals cracking and burning like the rose glasses. I'm cracking and burning rose glasses. If you was hard as your tweets, you'd be so frightened. Gangsta emails, but what I see too is no K's like a crib writing. I'm rolling harder with niggas like monster truck riders. God MC, fuck with me, I had you in the sky from 3 straight brights in the line like Orion. Flashing lights, no sirens. In other words, my lyrical 4-5 again you 9 tight. Now silence in this bitch. You should be happy you can breathe her. Bow
Now I gotta do the movie and shit now. It ain't even no motherfucking turn it back. I have to put it out there. It's in the ether. Alright, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Next home game, they'll probably have an area at their tailgating spot. We could have had it this game, but I wasn't ready for it. So all we have is a street team down there.
That's it.
Including us.
I mean, if you guys want to be out, like,
Peace.
what do you mean?
I had a baby with me. I ain't gonna be able to do too much. We can cut it off. I don't do it.
Yes, it is. All right, y'all. Catch y'all next week.
Let's do a picture.